In this chapter, we're going to use trigonometric ratios to find a missing angle or side in a right-angled triangle. To do this, you must be able to label the sides of a right-angled triangle using key words: opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. Always work from the angle you are given or that you are asked to find.
The side opposite the angle, x, is called the opposite. Label it O. The side between the right angle and angle x is called the adjacent. Label it A. The longest side, which is opposite the right angle, is the hypotenuse. Label it H. The trig ratios we use, sine, cosine and tangent, are on our calculators. Luckily for you, all the formulae to make them work are programmed into the calculator, so you only need to worry about where they are on the calculator. They are shortened to sine, cos and tan on the calculator. Have a quick look to find them.
The sides you are given, or that you need to find, will determine what trig ratio is needed. To help you remember which one to use, remember this: SOHCAHTOA. So if the opposite side and hypotenuse are given or needed, we use sine. If the adjacent and hypotenuse sides are given or needed, we use cos. And if the opposite and adjacent sides are given or needed, we use tan. You use the same rule if you need to find a missing side or angle.
The order of the letters tells us how to write our equations. They're written like this. Sine of angle x equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cos of angle x equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan of angle x equals opposite over adjacent. If the angle is unknown, it can be written as theta, x, or any other letter.
Let's try to find a missing angle first. Our unknown angle, x, is what we have to find. We're given the length of the side opposite this angle and the side adjacent to it. Remember the acronym SOHCAHTOA. We have sides O and A, which means we need to use the trig ratio tan. We write our equation as tan x equals O over A. We know O and A, so we substitute those in, giving tan x equals 5 over 12.5. To get the angle x by itself, we need to find the inverse of tan. This is shift tan on your calculator and is written as tan to the power -1. Doing this, we get x equals tan to the power -1 of 5 divided by 12.5. Use your calculator to work it out, and we find the angle is 21.8 degrees, correct to 1 decimal place.
Let's try to find a missing side now. Here we are given the hypotenuse, and we can see that the side we are looking for is opposite the angle. As we know O and H, we use sine. As before, write out the equation.
Sine of the angle equals O over H. Substitute in what you know. Sine 60 equals x over 32. By multiplying both sides by 32, you'll get x by itself. So you have 32 times sine 60 equals x. Work it out using your calculator, and you get 27.7 centimetres, correct to 3 significant figures.
Some trigonometry questions involve bearings. If this is the case, always remember to measure the angle at the point where the question states from. As it's a bearing question, your answer should be given in 3 digits.
Key words such as angles of elevation and depression may be used in the question you get, so it's important that you know what they mean. In surveying, the angle of elevation is the angle from the horizontal looking up to an object. The angle of depression is the angle from the horizontal looking down to an object.
That's the basics of trigonometry. Remember SOHCAHTOA and get practicing.